Welcome to Playmaker OT with the Morris twins. I got my guy here. That's Markieff Morris. I'm Markieff Morris. Coming straight to y'all with some conference finals and what we doing? The NBA finals. We trying something new with me and bro, and bringing some of the guys on and just break down the games, and let's just jump straight to it. What the
Man,
fuck
that
we
was
just
crazy,
watched?
man. That was crazy.
What did we just watch just now?
Something unreal. They was up 11 points with two. They was up 14 points, 119-105 with 2:51 left in the game.
251
And lost that
14.
game.
How? I like this. These playoffs just been very different. I don't even know like how to really explain it, but like let's just jump into the game and
Wow.
I'm lost for words.
Yeah. Who I was about to say that. Who's not lost for words after that? Like I don't even know where to. That took me back on where to start because I just knew the Knicks was winning. I just knew the game was over.
And it's crazy. We was about to go live. We had to pause the live because we ain't know who was going to win the game
that was
or not.
crazy.
That shit was just crazy. But shout out to Playmaker for making this happen. We're going to come straight to y'all after the end of every playoff game, just, breaking down, bringing some of the homies on, talking about hoops and what we seeing in these crazy-ass playoffs.
Crazy.
Let's just start with the Knicks and the Pacers game, man. Like, who was the top performer that you thought
Who was
in this game?
the top performer? I mean, obviously it was Jason Brunton, but the person who changed the game the most was Aaron Nesmith. I mean, I talked about this before with Indiana, man. You just don't know who's going to do what in any game, and every player is stepping up. He had 30 points, a plus 10, 8 from 9 from the three. Come on, bro.
Aaron Nesmith.
In the garden.
Aaron Nesmith.
In the garden.
And I think he did some crazy shit at the end. What he had? 5 threes
5
in the
threes
last
out of the last 6, yep.
of the game.
In a row.
Like, how do you even break that? Can you put the I don't even know if they could put the highlights up there. This dude just made 5 threes.
He made one coming off. He made one coming off a pin down like he was
Reggie Miller.
Man, and look, man, what? Motherfucker kicked his
Before
feet out.
we even get in all the way into, like, was this one of the biggest chokes ever? Like, that's just really say that. Like, was that close to the Reggie Miller drink with 8 seconds?
Yes.
Or something like that?
It was worse than that. It was up 14 with 2:51 left in the game. It was worse than that.
251.
2:51 left in the game.
And that's crazy because the Knicks was playing so well. You had K Towns with 35 and 12, Brunson with 43 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, could they have played any better than that?
No, the game was over. They had the game over. Up 8 with 2 minutes left. Up 6 with a minute. I mean, they did everything they could to win that game. I don't see like how could that possibly have happened? And they've been so good at closing games also.
It's crazy because we got these fucking questions up here, and I don't even know like if these what we just watched. I don't even know if this shit even apply to what we.
What were you talking about?
About to say? Like I'm like,
you had it all dialed up into them, right?
What the fuck? That was just crazy. And I'm a Knicks fan. Like I wanted the Knicks to win, but that was just crazy. And this the part about the Pacers that we've been talking about is them like
just don't know.
You don't know what you're gonna get from them. And everybody keep talking about Halliburton. Like I can't say dog cold.
I wasn't one of the ones that voted for him as most overrated. Let me put that out there right now, bro. That wasn't me. I don't know what they was saying. No parts of that. I don't know what they talking about. Every time I seen him step on the court, he was cooking somebody. I don't know how that happened. But just to go back to the game, like that was an unbelievable game.
Yeah,
unbelievable game. I can't lie about that. It was one of the best games I watched.
Yeah, I think it might have been one of the best playoff games like ever. And we was talking at the end when we was like, would you foul right here?
Remember foul? Yeah, that came up definitely.
That was the dunk. Like that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's why I wouldn't foul. You just let him create a shot. Like Pacers just did the same thing. They at the end of the game they let Jalen Brunson create for a 3. If he make it, he make it. And get it back. And the Knicks just had that same opportunity to do
the
that.
Analytics bullshit, man.
Yeah, fuck
the analytics bullshit. Like let the game play out the way the game's supposed to play out. I don't even know who even started that shit, fouling up three. I mean, obviously, the game changed. You shooting more threes, so it's more of an opportunity to make a game-winning three. But it's pressure.
Right.
Send a double. If you letting a guy play one-on-one, as long as you're on fouls, like, listen, you gotta make a tough shot. There ain't no Steph Curry's out there right now. So it ain't no reason to be like, get the ball out of his hands or foul Steph. Now, if it's Steph, something different, or it's a couple other guys, but that's not what you're supposed to do.
Put yourself in the locker room right now. Like if I'm the Knicks and I'm walking into the locker room just like ask players and shit, like what am I saying? Like
what dog do at the end of the game?
That was
come on,
bad.
Man. Come on, man. That was worse than the Reggie brother.
Yeah, that was bad.
14 with 2 minutes left.
With a veteran team, it's like you don't even know what's going on.
And like I said, they've been playing so well late in games too, been able to close out games so well. Like down, Jalen Brunson picked up his 5th foul with 2 minutes into the 4th.
They went on like a 12-0 run.
12-0 run. They walked him all the way down with him out. Played the game as perfect as you can play until the last 3 minutes of the game. But that's the playoffs. That's what happened in the playoffs. I mean, that's not normal stuff, but that's the playoffs. That's the excitement of playoff basketball. The game is never over.
Is that the same as the Boston being up 20 and the Knicks coming back in both games?
Hell no.
Right.
Both games combined, you could combine them and say that's like one of them, but hell no. Up 14 with 3 minutes to go? Hell no. That was a choke fest. There's no other way around that.
So who do you blame? Who do you blame in that game right there? Who do you blame?
I don't know.
I'm going back. Fuck that. Tom Thibodeau shouldn't have took that foul. He should have let them. They got athletic wings. He took Brunson out the game. Play one-on-one. Make them make a three. Put your defensive stoppers in. You got like 5, 6 of them.
Yeah.
Put them in the game. Play one-on-one. And if they make the three, we go into overtime. Don't foul because now you're putting pressure on them to make free throws. You're putting pressure on your guys to make free throws, which they didn't make.
They made 6 threes in a row. Aaron Nesmith hit 5 of them. I mean, you just gotta tip your hat. You gotta tip your hat to Aaron Nesmith. Like honestly, he played out of his mind. Like I don't think that watching him, I seen him performance that well. I mean, he was shooting a lot of shots. He was defending all night.
Right.
JB was busting his ass too.
Yeah.
And to come out in the last 3 minutes of game and last 4 or 5 minutes to hit 5 threes.
Yeah, that was different. Like we got some questions on the monitor. You want to go over?
Yeah, I can go over.
Yeah, let's
let you answer the cover. They said you already asked me about the vibes in the locker room, and I didn't answer that. Let me answer that first. The vibes is crazy right now.
Vibes is fucked. I'm feeling crazy right now walking in. Like
if you the Knicks, how you feeling? Knicks.
It's like you go from I seen Towns in the crowd up 14, popping and shit. You got all the stars right there. Then you turn back around, and we in overtime.
Motherfuckers got they got hands on the back of their heads.
Like I love the Knicks.
That's crazy.
That's some Knicks shit. It's like it don't even look. He hit niggas in the chest and all that going back, and they can't even close the game out. I just never seen nothing. I never seen. I'm just like lost. And if I'm in the locker room, I'm just like, there's nothing to say.
Right.
There's nothing to say, man. Go home. I guess like who can you blame? There's not really there's no finger pointing. It's like, what are we doing here?
And if you're in Indy locker room, you got the one you needed.
Whatever happens.
Playoffs, whatever happens in the playoffs is all about home court advantage. For fans that don't know, when I say you got one, all you need is to win one out of the first 2 in the start of the series, and you have home court advantage throughout the playoffs for the rest of the playoffs.
And it don't
even matter what happens next game, honestly.
Right. So one of the questions is, in this loss, is this loss a red flag or is it just a speed bump?
I would say it's a red flag.
Yeah.
You got to be able to close the game up 14.
Right.
But for Indiana, it just shows that they never quit. They play extremely fast, extremely hard, and play down to the end to the last whistle. And they showed that tonight.
Yeah.
What
I like though early, the Knicks was actually playing same pace. They was playing up to their pace. It was early in the first half. It was 60. It was 60 something, 62.
They played great basketball for 45 minutes.
Right. Real.
They lost the game in the last 3 minutes of the game. They played 45 minutes of great basketball.
Yeah,
you never see that happen.
Yeah, that's different. Like I can't even like
everything that they needed to do, they did tonight.
They ain't play no defense though. Shit, he shot.
Yeah, they ain't play no defense.
The Pacers shot 51% from the floor and 40 from the three in a playoff game. Mm-hmm. How are we looking at that? But the Knicks did shoot 50% and 32.
Nobody played defense.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Indiana don't normally play defense. They trying to outscore you. That's always been their motto the entire time. They want to outscore. They want to put up 140 if they can, and you get 132.
Right. What I'm going to say is the meme that's going to come out with Halliburton looking like Reggie Miller is going to be, that shit going to live forever.
Got to.
It's going to live forever.
I'm happy
you happy
that he won. Yeah, I'm happy that he won after that shit.
Can't live.
Yeah,
that
please.
shit would have been bad if he didn't win.
Please. I'm happy he won because of that.
He got right back behind the line. That shit was crazy, man. It says, what does the last shot say about
last game?
I mean, what does the last game say about the title chances? Title chances.
Man, I said the other day, I've always liked Indiana.
Right.
You got to figure out how to play against them. They had all five of their starters scored within the first 4 minutes of the game. How do you guard a team like that?
Right. That's different, though. You look at them, you look at kind of like OKC-ish. You know what I mean? Having a lot of players that can come in the game, though.
OKC got a lot of players that can come in the game and defend.
Right.
To not lose that defensive mentality that they have.
Right.
That's the best thing about them.
Right.
But Indiana, all of them can't score like how they can score in Indiana. And I'm not sure like how deeper into the playoffs, depending on who goes where. If they end up matching up, that'll be a great matchup.
Yo, this was crazy.
That Reg.
They said Nesmith was looking like Reg.
6 straight threes, man. He came off the pin down. Big fella was down. So that was another thing with Mitch Robinson. He played such a great game, right? And then at the end of the game,
he was so low.
He was just so low on the, but he came off feet swinging. His feet, one foot in front of the other, kicking the foot out, shot the ball, chasing it down, and still made it.
Yeah, that was.
Like when you hot, you hot. But damn, like Mitchell got to know, like he hit 3 threes already.
Right. So since we talked about the Knicks, and obviously I think everybody's still surprised at what the hell just happened. Like, all right, now what's next? Like, how do we go from there after? Because they in the locker room, we done showered and shit. Everybody's shaking their head. Niggas don't know what's happening. Like, where do you go from here now? Like, how do you regroup if you're the leader of the team? Like, you know what I mean? How we be on the teams we've been on, just being leaders and shit. Like where do you go from there?
Right. It's early. I guess it's game 1. You know, it's not over. Mm-hmm. Honestly, you just take a hot-ass shower.
Right.
You just gotta take a hot-ass shower and just like, what the fuck just happened?
Right.
You regroup. Obviously, you come back tomorrow, you watch film, nobody's on the court, you know what I mean? Because when you winning a game for 45 straight minutes, you really didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? Until the last 3 minutes of the game. So it's like the first 45 minutes, we did everything perfect that we needed to do to win that game. Not to even win the game, to control the game without JB being in there, him picking up 5 fouls earlier in the fourth.
Yeah.
We did everything we could do to win that game, to win by 15. Not even just win, comfortably win that game until the last 3 minutes. So do you watch the last 3 minutes or do you watch the entire game?
You got to watch the last 3 minutes because that was the most important.
Right.
You did everything right. Those are the most important parts of the game. But just to have like veteran players, that's the part where I'm just confused at.
Confused, right.
Like those possessions wasn't valued. We didn't, you know what I mean? Like up 15, like you literally had to damn near shit the bed to lose.
You did.
Like literally just give up like 15 points in that amount of time is crazy. I don't want to keep talking about it, but I wanted the Knicks to win. Like I'm rooting for the Knicks, so I want the fans. I think the fans in New York need to see the Knicks in the finals.
I agree.
But now they just kind of made it tougher now because Indiana's playing with a ton of confidence and Halliburton playing like he got something to prove, and all them guys is playing really hard. And I should
let me just go through this real quick. I want to say how this last 3 minutes went. When Aaron Nesmith 3, it was 116-102 with 3:24 left. You go Aaron Nesmith 3, Jalen Brunson 3, Halliburton 3, Nesmith 3, foul, layup, Nesmith 3, Carl Carl Anthony Towns makes a layup. Then you go Nesmith 3 again, Nesmith 3 again. Nesmith 2 free throws, and Hollenberg for the win. But what I'm saying in that time, right? They didn't really turn the ball over but only that one time when it hit off of Jalen Brunson league, right? They had multiple times where they could have turned the ball over, where they was careless with the ball, and Indiana could have won that game. Yeah. So when I'm watching that last 3 minutes, I'm saying, how the fuck did we get so careless?
Right.
Like, when did this start happening?
Yeah, like we just throwing the ball all in the air and shit. Like,
how did that happen that late in the game like that? You know what I mean? And for, like you said, for them being veteran guys, how does that happen?
Right.
Being up 14 with 3 minutes ago. That doesn't happen. That's what it is.
We call that shitting on the money. That's what they call that, man. I
choking.
Yeah. Hollenberg step back 3. Bet.
Fan question, what would you do differently in game 2 if you were the Knicks coach?
Nothing.
Shit, it's hard to even say what
nothing.
You do. Like, what can you do different?
You don't do nothing different. You got the game plan of beating them. You know they're not going to play fucking defense.
Right.
You know that. You play at that pace that they playing at because you're capable of doing it. You don't do nothing. Like I just said, you was up 14 with 3 minutes to go.
Right.
What do you do different? Like, why would you want to do something different?
I think one thing I think even though they fouling Mitch, I think Mitch need to play more because once he's out, it's like really no rim protection
at all.
Like, it's no rim protection at all, and he gets so many offensive rebounds. I know him and Cat play the 5. Cat play the 5 when he's in. They kind of come in for each other, but I think he might play them together a little bit more.
Yeah,
I'm confused. Like, I still don't even know. Like, it's hard to even ask that question. I know that was a fan question, but it's really like tough to even answer it. Like, you are 15.
I just answered it for you. There's nothing more you can do in that game.
Fucking game.
JB got 43. Cat got 35. Man, come on. It's nothing more you can do. JB made 15 baskets. Cat made 11. They made 36 baskets.
Right.
There's nothing more you can do.
Right.
Literally, there's nothing more you can do in that game. You did everything you need to do.
Let's go with another fan question. What we saying?
So these are questions from the chat that we have.
Yeah.
They said, legendary game, is Nesmith for real?
Shit, I like Nesmith.
I always thought he was a great defender.
Yeah.
Like like I said, JB was busting his ass though. He was cooking him. I always thought he was a great defender. He tried hard, but the shooting part, that caught me off guard.
Yeah, I actually played against him a few times when he was in the league, and I thought he was like a real solid player. Like he could really shoot the ball. He was like a 2-and-D type of cat. You know what I'm saying? That can hound you, pick you up full court. If you notice, he picking JB up full court every time he get the ball.
Every time, right?
Like, he hounding and he playing hard. He's just another intangible guy that the Pacers identified and basically gave the leash to.
Yeah.
And being able to play hard. They know he's gonna go 110%. But he used to play in Boston.
Yeah, he did.
That's where I remember him from. And when I seen him, I was like, no, our dog can really play a little.
Play hard, right? Yeah.
I like him. I think he is for real, and I think he's like one of the guys that's just riding low key. You know what I mean? That's just really getting it done. He started for Indiana all year, and he won that spot too. He did. They ain't get that shit to him.
They got Benedict Matthew, and they don't even play him that much.
Yeah, he coming off the bench,
and he don't play that much.
He was a lottery pick for
He was.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he for real. So yeah, to me, I think he for real. He don't do too much talking. He play hard and he right to it. So shit, he just won one of the biggest games, probably in Indiana
history. One of them.
Yeah,
for sure.
Franchise there. Shit, damn near up there with PG and them.
Yeah,
for real. What else we got?
Talk about last night's game a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to talk about. I really wanted to talk about the Wolves and the Thunder game because I got to get this off my chest. Let me say this. I've been thinking about this shit all day today. Let me talk about this. Ant-Man, that's my guy. I like, and I think he's the best player in the league. But there's no way that you don't have that same fucking energy that you had with the Lakers and the Warriors. That you're not showing that same energy with OKC. Like, I'm not saying fight him, but I remember watching the Lakers series, and this dude was pushing Brian with 2 fucking hands when he was walking up the court, literally, like pushing him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, I never seen that in the history of basketball where you could just push a nigga when they walking up the court.
Right.
And he just pushing him, bumping him, talking shit, pointing at him, all type of shit. And he did the same shit with KD, doing the same shit with the Warriors. But then when he get in front of Shea and them, he helping motherfuckers off the ground. they're not talking shit to each other.
At
So
all.
my thing is, so is this he trying to just go at all the old heads, and then the young and then they just play good basketball and it's just
Right.
like it's all good? Because if I'm Minnesota,
You don't win that game.
I'm playing the same. Like as soon as the ball go up, we playing the same way we played against the Lakers. Like
You can't win not playing like that.
You can't win not talking. It was no fight. Like even Nas Reed, these dudes that's really like that ain't say a word yesterday. I ain't see no physicality. I seen a couple niggas get knocked on the ground and other teams helping them up. Like what was that about? That was the game to me right there. And then they was talking about Shea getting all these fouls. Well, y'all didn't even establish the physicality from the jump ball.
Right.
With y'all,
Established.
Soon as
I
the-
done watch, man. So many motherfuckers was talking shit. I'm
Man.
like, damn, that's how it's like that. Like
I'm
you know
watching
what
on
I'm saying?
TV. I'm saying, yo, I ain't never seen this
Never,
before.
never.
It was,
When it's only game one.
but still,
It don't matter. It don't matter.
it don't matter. You got to set the tone. And I was saying that with Ant was like, this
Losing.
to get to the finals.
I
This
seen
ain't-
them losing. We
Yeah.
was beating them a game, and he still was talking shit.
shit.
All of them.
Yeah,
All of them talking shit.
I seen him roll on the ground. If every time the ball was on the ground or somebody on the Lakers was on the ground, they snatching the ball
Right.
from him. It wasn't
Get the fuck
like
up.
throwing
Right,
the ball, scoring, talking shit. Watching the game yesterday,
They helping motherfuckers up.
I was like, what we doing?
Got that energy for the OGs.
Yeah, you gotta have.
it.
You cannot do that. Like if you're gonna have the energies for the OGs, you gotta have it for the young gun. Like y'all gotta be in there battling too. And I know next game they're gonna have to come with that energy because the way OKC was
I
looking,
already told you what
I
OKC
don't know.
talking about.
I don't know. Like just to
told you
even
already.
speak on the game, it was possessions. These dudes couldn't even touch the paint.
Can't touch the paint. I told you what type time they on already.
But
It's all defense.
I get it, but damn,
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't get it. They couldn't do nothing.
Nothing.
The second half, like,
Nothing.
come on, man, ain't no way.
It was a defensive game. Shea started the game off, 2 for 13.
And it was only up. Like,
And they was only up about 6-5. They supposed to be blowing them out. The best player can't score.
Right.
They started off defending him well.
right.
OKC got an elite defense. Like you will be shooting a ton of threes playing against OKC.
Right.
Everybody. Just like they did last game.
Right.
15 for 55 it was, they shot.
They shot two. That's another thing I wanted to touch on. Why are they shooting so many threes? Ant-Man.
Because OKC, you got to give the credit to OKC defense. I know they got it.
Do sometimes, but
Ant-Man shooting 50, what he said, 7% from the
7% from the pull up
Mid-range.
mid range. Yeah, 7%.
So he don't want to shoot that shot. You already know that. He don't want to shoot that with how bad he's shooting it right now. Just how bad he's shooting. I'm saying he's still a young player. So still mentally sometimes he's gonna have these laps. He's not a, you know what I mean? He's gonna have that. He only shot himself when he shot 12 or 13 shots at work.
13 shots.
13 shots.
Yeah, I was a little confused at that too because
He shot more than 13 threes every time he played the Lakers in the playoffs.
right.
Why is he shooting 13 shots a night?
Yeah, I was confused.
Last night.
Yeah, I was confused at that. But another thing that, like Dante DiVincenzo, I felt like he was quick on the trigger a lot.
Yeah.
I felt like he was quick on the trigger, even though you want him to be aggressive. But at certain points, I think you got to understand, like even if y'all down, okay, I got to get my guy going. Like he's the guy, I got to get him going. You know
0
what I'm
points in the fourth quarter.
saying? Yeah,
But also being that guy and then, everybody put him on that pedestal. If it was the Lakers, if it was this other team, it would have been like, that's Ant-Man now, or that's Ant now. He doing it against OKC is okay.
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just all right. He shot. He didn't score in the fourth quarter. I said he the best player in the league.
right,
How did he don't score in the fourth quarter of a playoff game, of a Western Conference final game?
right. Fuck the playoffs.
That don't even make sense.
Just to get to the chip,
The championship.
That was confusing to me. I didn't think. I thought I just didn't see that fire in the Wolves that I'm used to seeing yesterday. So that
I
was
told you.
yeah, but that was still. I mean,
Still
I get
different.
It. I
Early,
get
it's
it, but
still
it's
early.
still-
But I told you though.
But still, I get what
OKC,
you're saying.
they primed to win a championship right now.
Yeah, and they can win. I'm saying this is the fashion of how they approaching the game. You can't look night and day in one series, and then in the next series you look totally different.
Well, that's what I said. You got to give it to OKC because what is not happening is that OKC is not getting enough praise for how good they is defensively.
Yeah, I mean,
If you come from a team like I was explaining, you come from a game where, in 2 series where you're getting in the paint anytime you want to get in the paint. They literally did that the last 2 series. No rim protection.
no, Golden State was
Yeah, they was a little bit better, but if you watch, like when Ant-Man, especially in that last game, Euro and and finishing in the paint at will that last game when they put him out.
Right.
If you know what I'm saying, if you want to get down to it, they didn't have nobody at the rim to stop those guys.
Right.
So even if he did get in the paint, still had Gobert at the room, the guy still got a block Gobert out, whatever. Now you come into a series where you got two big fellas, what I told you, and they're going to protect the rim at all costs. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, but that still was crazy. Let's jump back into some of these questions, I guess, from the fans or somewhat that we have on the monitor.
What do you think about the Shea free throw merchant accusations? We got some tweets up here about Shea's free throw attempts.
I seen a lot of people talking about like he felt like he was getting a lot of those, I would call it the regular season fouls.
Yeah,
where he was
I can agree though.
Yeah, he was getting
I can agree.
But that's the thing. If they would have, I don't know, but if they would have started the game a little bit more physical,
Yeah.
then I feel like the refs would have like fed into that to where he not just throwing his head back and foul. But it was a couple times that was questionable.
Calls. Yeah, he getting those non-playoff calls. He getting that shit. He fell a couple times and they didn't even touch him. They called him a foul.
Right.
Like you said earlier, you watched the motherfucker walk down the court pushing LeBron.
Right. Pushing.
And not being called foul.
Yeah, pushing. That shit was
But these is called like I'm not saying he's a foul merchant. Somewhere he's getting fouled, and then most are on the referees with the quick whistle fouls.
Right.
I see it, the way I see it is I like to compare it to James Harden. When Harden used to get the foul during the regular season, then he get in the playoffs and then not getting those calls. Why is Shea still getting those same calls?
I don't know.
He shouldn't get those calls.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
So now, because he started getting those calls, did he establish something? Because I know now they probably gonna be paying attention to it now because everybody talking about it. Like, bro, you just went through 2 series and you wasn't calling it. Now all of a sudden you're calling it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the same thing with fucking Minnesota. First 2 series you playing like this, and then this series you starting the game off like y'all don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Or let's shoot 55 threes and not.
It was they
you're gonna keep going back to the defense side.
Yeah, it was defense side, but if you look at the game, Julius Randle still cooked.
Yeah, he definitely cooked.
He still played his game. It was Ant-Man. You know, he stopped shooting the ball. He became super passive. I know he did twist his ankle a little bit, so that might have something to do with it. But he back in the game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He became super passive. Didn't shoot any more threes. Even if they forcing you to shoot threes, you gotta bust your gun. It don't matter.
Right.
I'm gonna go out missing if I got to. Like I'm just not passing the ball. And I know it's game 1, and it's not like that we making a big deal. But the main thing was having that same energy you got for everybody. Had that same energy for everybody.
I'm saying the OGs
had that same energy.
Hey, we're gonna take a quick commercial break and we be right back to jump right back into the games and some of the fan breakdown and whatever.
Chop it up with y'all.
Welcome back to Playmaker OT with the Morris twins, chopping it up about this crazy ass game. And let's just get at a little bit of break. Let's take on a little bit of the hot takes, right? I never really got a chance to ask you this because it just happened so sudden, which was crazy because I thought, initially I had y'all going to the finals. Like, and we talked about that, and I was like, yo, the Lakers, that was my pick to go to the finals. Whoever beat the Lakers, to me, I thought was the best team.
The best team, right?
Just because of, the Luka, the Bron concept. But I just got to ask you, like, what was your take on that shit? Like, what was your take on the gentleman's sweep? Because that's what it was. Y'all niggas was a game away from putting the brooms out on y'all.
I mean, I thought the preparation was good. Obviously, you got some great basketball minds that work for the Lakers, and I thought the preparation was good. Now, initially, obviously, you had us winning the championship. Everybody had us winning the championship, but
at least getting
the playoffs and the championship is about matchups.
Right.
And honestly, when we got Minnesota, I thought we got the worst fucking matchup that we could possibly get.
Yeah.
Reason being, Ant went to the Western Conference Finals last year. The entire team did, actually, without that's without DiVincenzo and without even the other side, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals or close to it.
Right.
And just the dynamic of like how the matchups was. They had a big with Gobert. They had an all-time scorer. We got an all-time scorer with Ant. But Julius Randle really was the guy that really took them over the top against us because Ant didn't play great every single game, but they had the other pieces. You had McDaniels play real good 2 games, and you had, like I said, Drew played great the whole 5 games, and they didn't have the appropriate fare that I know OKC had against us.
Right.
See, we match up with OKC, it looks totally different. That's why a lot of people picked us to win it, but you got to beat 2 teams before you get to OKC. A lot of people just said, look, they get there, OKC's the best team in the West. If they could get to OKC, they're going to beat OKC. And like I said in the beginning, the matchup was a terrible fucking matchup. They had our number. They wasn't scared. Julius Randle been in the league for a while. He was the leader of the entire series, and we couldn't figure it out. We just couldn't do it. I don't know.
I know you said they had y'all number. And, you might not want me to touch it, but shit, we talking about it, and I know I'm always going to ask you the tougher questions. They had y'all number.
That's the fuck they did.
But, there was a but. Y'all was up 11. Game 3 or game 4? One of them game 4s and Ant went crazy in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And
that's the game we replayed all the starters the whole second half.
Y'all was up 11 in the fourth quarter. I remember watching the game. I'm downstairs. I'm chilling. My feet kicked up. And I say to myself, I said, only way they win in this game is if Ant go crazy in this fourth quarter. And not one double team. He didn't see one double team. Like, I'm like, that was the part where I'm like, yeah, the matchup was a little funny. And I seen Brian talking about, like, the matchup. And I seen the same thing that I just heard you say.
But it was
what type of coaching adjustments? Because we got to talk about that, bro. Like, he didn't make some of the necessary coaching adjustments that in real time I felt like he should have made, or at least did. Like, I felt like he just, like, JJ Redick just didn't make no adjustments. Like, even playing 5 players the whole half.
It was rough, man. You get caught in that moment, and as a rookie coach, also, like, you get caught in that moment, you've never been there before.
Right.
You don't know the aspect of, like, how it feels to be able to close a game out, or even just how it feels to play 5 guys 20 for the whole second half. You know what I mean? And my personal opinion is that, yeah, we could have made adjustments, but I think that part right there really hurt us, like playing 5 guys, because we wasn't able to get the best out of everybody that late in the game. Like, we built the lead, but we ran out of gas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was the part right there. I didn't think like the scheme thing. I think we could have put Vanderbilt in and guarded him. Yeah, of course we could have doubled him. That's something that we definitely could have done. We could have sent 2 at him and make him get the ball, but what we was doing was working until that point.
Right.
And I didn't think that it had nothing. I thought more so it had something to do with guys being fatigued.
Yeah, than anything.
Because I think we missed 2 layups. We had some careless possessions right after that, and then it comes on, and then piggyback what you said, we didn't change our defense. So I think, Ant had caught that fire, and it was just like, You know.
Yeah, I don't play for the Lakers, so I don't have to like, I ain't biting my tongue when I talk, but I still don't feel like dog adjusted. Like,
yeah, I mean, like I said,
it was 72 ISOs. I remember watching it. He had 72 ISOs with no double teams, and before that, you just said that y'all was y'all had a bad matchup, but y'all was up 11, come back home. Yeah. So like, I think it was a little bit of a bad matchup, but you gotta go back to the beginning. Y'all wasn't even ready to play the first game.
Yeah, smoked us.
Like when y'all the first game in LA, y'all wasn't even ready really. Like it was like they didn't realize. Bless you. They didn't realize that y'all was playing in a fucking playoff game. Like when I'm watching the game, I'm like, bro, do they understand they playing in a playoff game?
I think, yeah, and to take you back there, I think that it was just Luka, LeBron, AR, Lakers, and we thought we was going to win.
Right.
I felt like that the entire time.
Right.
I've been in playoff series with Brian before, with the Lakers before, and we took games.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? And that's what Minnesota did to us. They didn't back down. They came in LA, LeBron who, Lakers who, Luka who, we winning this game. And that's exactly what they did. They played with that don't give a fuck mentality, like fuck y'all, we coming to win. The mentality that we did not see against the Thunder that first game. They played that way the entire time. Didn't matter if they was winning or losing. They was fucking losing one game and Ant out there still talking shit. He said one time make a layup, think they down like 12. He said, I'm the pappy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's the shit I'm looking for against the fucking Thunder. Like, what you talking about? Like, bro, I'm trying to see him go in. Like, it threw me off again. I ain't gonna say that again, but I really had y'all getting to the final.
We get the Thunder, we smoking them.
Yeah.
How good they are, how good defensively I said they are, and they're a championship-based team. But us specifically, the older teams will get with the Thunder. The younger teams are going to have a problem with the Thunder for a fact. That's just how it's set up.
So hypothetically saying, if the Thunder get to the chip, is what?
They're going to win the championship. I told you that already. Yeah. They're going to win. I told you if they make it to the Western Conference Finals, they're going to win. If they didn't have to play Clippers, they barely squeaked past Denver. Older teams, Clippers, Denver because Aaron Gordon got hurt. Obviously, they had a great series, but Aaron Gordon got hurt, puts a lot of pressure on. It's one of their best players. Put a lot of pressure on Denver to win. And then instead of it being the Lakers,
it's Minnesota.
It's Minnesota. And Minnesota's not like a super young team, but they got young players. They got guys that have been in the league for a couple years, but they're still young.
Right.
OKC got the blueprint.
All right, well, shit, you here with me now doing this, so it didn't go as planned.
Yeah, man.
It ain't planned.
Fucked up my
a little playoff
get my check and that second ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we get back to that. All right, let's get another hot take. Did they get the MVP right?
Yeah, they got that.
I thought that was easy. Yeah,
that was easy.
Dog, nice. You can't.
Back-to-back years, he have his 30-point 3 years in a row. Come on, man. One of them years he was going to get the MVP.
Yeah,
he could have got it last year.
I think they be questioning it because like, you talk about Jokic and I keep saying this, and he is one of the best players in the league, but I gotta keep saying like he's not playing against nobody half the nights. Mm-hmm. That's just what it really is. Like what he does is special. Passing the ball, the way he can move, his touch, his footwork, all that is like top notch. But I still don't believe that he's playing against any bigs in the league. Mm. Like just watching like how Embiid just do whatever he want. That was one of the first times I played with a big that was like really good to see other bigs and how they react. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably the same way as Jokic. Who is he getting on the West? Night in and night out. That's not even about him. Let's give Shea his flowers and talk about Shea. Like I think he's a really good player, and not only that, he's a good player. He's a good leader. And I told you a story like the other day, and I was like, one time we was playing in OKC, and I was with the Clippers, and I don't know one of the youngest was talking big shit to me. I'm talking about big shit. I'm like, damn, it's like that. I forget his name. Look, it's like that. Like you even understand who you even talking to? Like, you know what I mean? I know you caught up in the game, but I seen Shea come over to me. He's like, big dog, I got him, man. Told dude, shut the fuck up, man. You can go down there and play ball, right? And like they all just kind of took behind him and like how he like built the team he like 26. He got all those young guys just bought all the way in like that. That's hard to do.
Yeah, it's hard to do, but you know, he was brought up with some great vets.
Yeah,
Lou Well, Pat Bev. You know, he was with that Lakers so he got some great years of Chris Paul. He got some great years of being around great vets and being able to be molded before he went to OKC with that same mentality.
Yeah. Right about that. Right about that.
He just took that. He's a young vet.
Yeah, he's like a young OG, right? Yeah. I mean, I think that's the most impressive thing is to be able to have that team playing at that high of a level all season, not just like certain parts. Like they was fucking kicking. I don't know the exact number.
They only lost one game.
Maybe we could pull it up. I think it was.
They only lost one or two games to the Eastern Conference
Finals. Yeah, we'll see what OKC record was against the Eastern Conference.
They only lost They only lost one game or no more than two games the entire time.
Crazy.
First of all, they only lost. I think it was 29-1.
29-1.
Told you.
That's real.
Told you. And so you telling me that you think that if they make it to the finals, that anybody on that East Coast is going to be able to beat these boys?
Stupid. Yo, they got to give him MVP. He kicking they ass. They kicking they ass in the East Coast. What the
coach? And the coach should have got Coach of the Year for that shit.
Who got Coach of the Year?
The guy from Cleveland.
Bickerstaff.
No.
I forget his name. Yeah, man, Cleveland did some bullshit. We don't even want to talk about Cleveland right now. Let's get one of these other hot takes. He said, are the small market teams taking over?
Hell no.
Yeah, I don't.
Ain't no way no small market. See, I think you look at OKC and you say small market because
that's not really a small.
It's not. It's small market in the grand scheme of things. But if you actually played in OKC, you would see how much OKC basketball team means to the city of Oklahoma and the revenue shares and all that other shit. Like OKC is actually one of the top teams, but small market team, like if you want to look at it in that aspect, I mean, but I don't think so. Hell no.
Yeah, no, taking over, that's a
hell no.
I feel like that's a.
We know the teams.
Yeah, that's always gonna be good,
always.
Right?
Yeah.
We got some fan questions. Isaiah Sutton 7 asking who's the best team left? Fucking
Oklahoma City.
Right.
By far.
Right. That's not even the question.
It's not even the question. By far, you seen 29-1 against East teams this year.
Yeah, that was stupid. I ain't even
best defensive team in the league.
Let's talk about. I got to see Minnesota tomorrow. Like I got to see what Minnesota look like tomorrow, and I can answer that question because that to me that was the best team. And Drew Randall's still playing well, but I gotta see what kind of energy they come with tomorrow.
Right.
And that was why I liked them because I liked their energy. And then what I seen the first game, I was like, I don't know. So I can't answer that right now.
Right.
I can't answer that.
So rank Jalen Brunson out of the best point guards in the NBA right now. We didn't heard this question
last 10 days.
He's top 5 right now for a fact.
Gotta be top 5.
That's without a question.
Gotta be top 5. He the best closer in the league, so you gotta give him that. I think we don't talk about him that much because it's like just athleticism and him being small, right? Like his game is.
I feel like when you do that, it's like who do you compare him to? Like what is the comparison when you see a guy like let's say like Ja Morant?
Yeah,
is he better than Ja?
I think they just
they just different players, right? You know what I'm saying? Like and Ja is like a super exciting player.
That's what makes Ja a superstar.
Because he's super exciting.
Because he is super athletic, right?
Yeah, because he's super. He could do. I mean, obviously he could do it all. But
JB is superstar.
JB is on the cusp of being a superstar. But like I feel like you said, the athleticism gives Ja the excitement that he wants. He's the most unexciting superstar in the game. I would say.
Yeah, just because there's nothing else.
Yeah, he just scoring you. He get it done. He just literally gets it done.
That's what I really like when I think about when I talk about him. Is like I don't know if I could say best, but if we talking about like as far as like just
he's a
getting the
typical
job done.
typical Villanova guard. Like
Kyle
Kyle Lowry, he can score the basketball, great footwork, and score it all over.
He scored better than K.
Yeah, he scored better than K-Lo. He does, but it's still basic.
Right.
It's like K-Lo was. Basic game, but get it done.
It's
tough.
impressive though how
It's
Biggie
super
is.
impressive.
Just non-athletic to be able to.
I remember, man, I don't even know we used to be in the gym when he was a baby, like, working out with his pop, and and honestly, I didn't see it then. I could be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's damn near like family. We didn't see it then. He was small, good footwork, but he was small as shit. And I was be like, I don't know, he ain't really got no size, but he had heart obviously because he's from the Philadelphia area, and his dad, he played in the Philadelphia area. He from the same area, so yeah, I didn't see it. And then once he got to Nova and that same shit work that he was doing in the gym, I'm like, all right. Well, I can see it, but I still didn't see 30 a game.
Yeah, I didn't see 30 a game, but he's super crafty.
Super.
You know what I mean?
Great student of the game.
Score at all 3 levels. I think that's very important.
And he tough as shit. Nova guys tough as nails.
Yeah, for sure.
But they smoke one a night, man. I ain't shit. With all that being said.
Yeah, for real.
they smoke one a night.
They going to remember this one. They say, which NBA Finals matchup do you want to see the most? It's a Knicks OKC.
You already know what that is.
OKC and Knicks.
Oh. Knicks and
Minnesota because of the trade.
Because of the trade, for sure.
I feel like that's the only really one that's right now that'll have like a crazy storyline.
Yeah.
Like I feel like OKC and Indiana
and get to the chip. That shit is gonna be trash.
Yeah,
it's gonna be trash.
Indiana
OKC gonna beat the brakes off.
It'll be trash, but they fuck.
Just seeing like the OKC and Indiana teams in the championship, but motherfuckers gonna be looking like ratings gonna drop.
Ratings gonna drop, you think?
Hell yeah. And then OKC gonna
Knicks got a chance to get to the chip. You gonna hit the championship in the Garden. That's the best thing ever for basketball to have the finals in the Garden.
In the Mecca.
Insane.
In the Mecca.
Insane.
In the Mecca.
Insane.
It's gonna be crazy.
I don't know, man, but they gotta get their shit together, don't they? Well, appreciate you guys, tapping in, fucking with us. I know it's kind of late. It's 12 o'clock. That game ended late as shit, and we wanted to tap in right after the game, but this was a first for us, man. We really like it. We're going to keep coming to y'all after all the rest of the playoffs and just tapping in, getting the fan questions, chopping up, bringing some of the homies on, getting their insight. Some of the niggas that's on their vacation right now. We get some of them niggas to come on and talk about what happened in their series. And, it's been fun. Thank you all for watching, like, and subscribe.
Tap in tomorrow. Tap in tomorrow. You come back tomorrow after the
post, comment, whatever. Drop some questions you got for us tomorrow, and have a good night, man. Appreciate you guys.